Hi everyone, my name is Grace Howe and I'm an exploration geologist for SRK Exploration based down in Cardiff in Wales. I am also a member and volunteer for Women in Mining UK. So I'm here today to explain to you what an exploration geologist is, what I do in my day-to-day job, and how this actually impacts you in your day-to-day lives, and actually how it's going to have an impact on the climate crisis, a positive impact that is. So for those of you who don't know, a geologist is someone who studies the earth, studies the evolution of the earth, the composition of the earth. So those are the rocks, minerals and metals that make up the earth. So as an exploration geologist, I'm interested in exploring, looking for these minerals and metals so that we can extract them from the earth and we can put them into the everyday items that we use, and also the materials that we really need for our future, to help the climate and as a carbon neutral society. So my day-to-day life, I'm very fortunate. I get to travel all over the world and it's a fantastic experience. So as I'm based here in Cardiff, I get to go from Cardiff to any country in the world. So I get to see some amazing sites. You get to go into the middle of nowhere in the wilderness you'd never get to go to normally as a tourist. Go see some sites you wouldn't need normally see as a tourist. Wildlife as well. You get to go on things like whitewater rafting. Not all the time, but you get to be a bit of a tourist sometimes. So this is my example of that. And you also get to meet some really awesome people from all over the world. You get to work with an awesome team of people, and generally you get to have a really good time with them as well as go to work. So, I can't complain as a day-to-day job. So where does that leave us now? So I've explained to you, it's a very cool job. I get to travel, but what does this traveling actually do when I actually go for work rather than just having a bit of fun? So I'm going to show you a lot of different items from around my house that you will also have around your house, and items that you use day to day that you might not think about where they've come from and how that relates to geology at all. So I will explain to you where these have come from, the minerals that they've come from, and what that means. So first of all, on our journey around the world, I'm going to take you to Egypt. So in Egypt, we are looking for gold. So this is jewelry, this is a gold ring, normally what you'd associate with when you think about gold. So either yourself, your parents, your family, friends, colleagues, etc. Anyone you know has probably got a gold ring or some sort of gold jewelry. So this is found in Egypt in this format. So this is the original rock where the gold is extracted. So I'm very lucky that I get to go to Egypt and I get to look for this stuff. So this is a quartz vein, which is a mineral, and the gold is hosted in the quartz vein in some other minerals that are in here, and these are in these dark bands. So gold can come in lots of different forms. It can come in, you can actually see the gold, it's very tiny, but in this case it's hosted in other minerals. So this rock then gets sent to a processing facility. It then the gold gets extracted and it gets turned into this. So go from this to this, and you get to go and hunt for it in Egypt, in a very cool country, in the desert, with your friends. So you can't get better than that, really. I stayed in a diving resort while I was there as well, so it's a pretty awesome time. Next on our journey around the world with our different items is Norway. So in Norway, I'm looking for sun cream. Well, not the sun cream. What are the ingredients in sun cream? And this ingredient is titanium dioxide. So I am looking for what makes this pigment white. Titanium gives you white pigment in sun cream as well as paint. And actually, the mineral I'm looking for, or the ore, is what you call the rock with your metal in, is this stuff. So while I'm walking around the beautiful Norwegian countryside, working with a fantastic group of people from all over the world, they're from Norway, Denmark, Sweden, from the UK, fantastic group of people looking for this rock. titanium. It's got ilmenite in it as the mineral that creates this. So as you can see, you probably would never even thought that anything in this has been mined, but it's come from there. So just to give you an idea. And it's come from Norway, so, you know, another awesome country where you can get to travel and fantastic experience. Next country, unfortunately, I haven't actually been able to visit. I would like to, but in Australia, we are looking for makeup, which might sound weird. So Australia mines lots of things, but this is the one item that I have around my house that I thought I'd share with you, that I use a lot, is makeup. This is highlighter, and the mineral in this we're looking for is mica. So I unfortunately haven't got a picture for you, a rock for you, but I'll show you. I'll show you a picture. So mica is the shiny stuff, or makes the shiny material that goes into your highlighter here, for example. So if you literally touch a mica mineral, you get this kind of shiny effect, and you can literally rub it on your face if you really want to do. I wouldn't, but that's what gives your highlighter and lots of other makeups that have shimmer in the shimmer. So unfortunately, I've not been there, so I can't show you some photos. But here's a selfie of a kangaroo who's hopefully put his makeup on, and he's using mica in his makeup. So that's what it looks like. It's a very sort of platy, flat mineral, and you can sort of crush it up, and you can make yourself very shiny, like makeup on. So that is mica. Again, it's a mineral, and it's made up of lots of different elements. But we're not extracting those elements. We're literally just taking the mineral, crushing it down, and adding it. So from makeup, we're going to go to something completely opposite, and we're going to go to Guinea, and we're going to look for aluminium foil. So maybe a bit boring, but I guarantee you use it a fair amount in your home, and it's a very important material. You know, aluminium is also in cans. It's used for coatings in other products, and actually, when we're looking for aluminium, we are walking around the jungle. So this is me literally looking for the mineral bauxite, which has aluminium extracted from it. So you get to go to West African countries such as Guinea, which is fantastic place to go, lovely people, and you would not ever really get to go there if you didn't do what I do. Awesome experience. So from Guinea, we're going to pop down to Liberia, which is the country just below Guinea in West Africa, and we are going to look for cutlery. So we're not looking for cutlery, obviously. We're going to be looking for the iron that makes up your stainless steel, which makes your cutlery. So a similar kind of thing to Guinea. It's very jungle based. So this is me walking across a river in Liberia. Again, fantastic country, and looking for iron ore. So iron ore is mainly hematite, which is when you think about rust. So that rusty colour, rusty red, is the colour of the rocks that I find for hematite, or magnetite, which looks like. So literally going from this pretty much to your knife. And then so the next time you have dinner, just think about where your cutlery's come from, because it didn't just come out of your drawer. So from Liberia, we're going to go next to the UK. And in the UK, you may not think there's any minerals here worth taking out. Well, actually, down in beautiful Cornwall, there is something called lithium, which can end up in batteries. So batteries are becoming more and more important as we use more and more electronic devices, and in particular, as we go towards using more electric cars and anything, battery related, we need lithium. So some, very clever exploration geologists like myself who work down in Cornwall have actually discovered that there's quite a lot of lithium there, and actually we can extract that and we can start making some batteries, because we really, really need that going forward. Lithium is also extracted in other countries at the moment, such as South America, where it is primarily extracted. However, in the UK, hopefully we can do this, and it's from something called geothermal waters. So this is hot water sort of far down in the earth that the lithium can be extracted from. But you can also have it from minerals. So this is spodumene in this case, which is like a white mineral where lithium can be extracted. So don't just think of the UK as nothing. We do have minerals, we do have extraction industry. There's actually being gold extracted up in Scotland at the moment, which you've probably never thought of, and there's also gold in Wales, so don't write the UK off. And finally, we're going to go to Zambia. So in Zambia, we're actually going to be looking for a mobile phone. So many of you are familiar with a mobile phone, with tablets, with laptops, with any electronic items. I've saved this till last because it's something that contains 75 elements from the periodic table, and all of those are extracted through mining and through people like me, exploration geologists, finding those materials so they can become a phone. They're very important. So I have been very fortunate enough to go to Zambia where they do mine these materials. There's me looking at some rocks there. It's me trying to find these minerals. So the minerals I'm actually talking about in particular are copper and nickel. And those are actually in this form. So I don't know whether you can see, it's not the best light, the very shiny material there. These are the minerals that are actually extracted to get nickel and copper. So the nickel mineral is pentlandite, which is majority of this rock. And there is chalcopyrite, which is also in here, but in a smaller quantity, so I don't think you're going to be able to see it. Just here. So they look very similar, but they're very, very shiny and very, very cool. And this material is what goes into your phone. So this rock makes this. You would probably never even think about this. So very, very important material. I bring up smartphones. Smartphones, as I said, they are made up of so many different elements. So yes, knives and forks. Yes, jewelry, makeup, sun cream. Yes. But those are not composed of all these different types of minerals and materials. So this map just gives you an idea of, the global scale of what's in your phone. It doesn't just come from one place. So I mentioned Zambia for copper and nickel, but a lot of copper comes from South America. You also have other minerals such as lithium, as I mentioned earlier, which goes into batteries, also goes into your phone. Gold also goes into your phone. Graphite is not just for pencils. It goes in your phone. So there's all these different types of elements that goes to your phone, and someone like me, an exploration geologist, has to go out and find these. So it's very, very important. So with that in mind, we need more geologists. We need more exploration geologists. We need more people to travel around the world and find all these materials to make your everyday items, and also to make things like wind turbines, solar panels, electric cars we mentioned earlier, and smartphones. As I mentioned also before, climate change is happening. I'm sure you're all aware, and we need to move towards a more sustainable future. And the only way to do that is to get more of these materials to make more of these products. You need to be in it to win it. It'd be great if you guys could think about a career as a geologist, going into exploration geology and getting to travel around the world and find all these materials. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic job. I enjoy it so much. And as you can see, everything you use in your everyday life has come from a rock. So with that, thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a better understanding of what an exploration geologist does and is, and what I do in my everyday job. If you've got any questions or anything you'd like to ask me, I'm sure your organisers will have my contact details, so feel free to get in contact. Thanks very much, guys.